Cub Scout families and guests. We're so glad all of you can make it tonight for this very special event. This evening we will honor the 5th grade boys of Pac 501, the Robot Ninja Den, with the Arrow of Light ceremony and the crossover ceremony. The Robot Ninjas will lead us one last time with the flag up ceremony.
Color guard, attention! Audience, please rise. Scout salute. Those in our news belong to this place can hand over your mark. Color guard, forward march.
Go forward.
You guys are supposed to. Color guard, halt. Color guard, cross the colors. Color guard, post the colors. Color guard, honor the colors. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, parents and friends. Color guard, dismissed.
The pieces of the bridge that are appearing before you are a symbol of the crossing of Cub Scouting over to Boy Scouting. Each step in the bridge represents part of the Scout Law. Robot Ninjas, please join me up on the stage, where you will now build this bridge over which you will cross over to Boy Scouts. Robot Ninjas, come forward. Help me build this bridge. A scout is trustworthy. A scout tells the truth. He is honest, and he keeps his promises. People can depend upon him. A scout is loyal. A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, and nation. A Scout is helpful. A Scout cares for other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward. A Scout is friendly. A Scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other Scouts. He offers his friendship to people of all races and nations and respects them even if their beliefs and customs are different from his own. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along. A Scout is kind. A Scout knows there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated, without good reason. He does not harm or kill any living thing. A Scout is obedient. A Scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobeying them. A Scout is obedient. That's what I just said. A Scout is cheerful. A Scout looks for the right side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy. A Scout is thrifty. A Scout works to pay his own way and help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses his time properly. A Scout is brave. A Scout can face danger, although he is afraid. He has the courage to stand up for what he thinks is right, even when others laugh at him or threaten him. A Scout is clean. A Scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He keeps his home and community clean. Lastly, a Scout is reverent. A Scout is reverent toward God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the beliefs of others. Thank you, Brother. Arrow of Light is the highest rank in Cub Scouting. It represents the conclusion of a Cub Scouts trail or journey through elementary school, Cub Scout program, and the journey into Boy Scouting. Nicholas Polish and Nick Coleman, along with several other boys, will take us through the journey of Den 7, the Robot Ninjas.
As all Cub Scouts, each of the boys in Den 7 started their trail to Arrow of Light, learning the Cub Scout promise, law, handshake, slogan, and sign were in their backpack bag.
Three boys, Matthew, Jasper, and Zachary, started in the first grade at 136 working. They each completed 5 go-see-its, 5 net achievements, and 5 family activities who earned the right to wear the tiger badge.
As Den 7 started on the next part of their trail, they were joined by 2 more boys, Jonathan and Jack. This year brought a lot of changes. These 5 boys decided to leave Pack 136 and become founding members of Pack 501. These founding 5 worked hard on their 12 achievements and earned the right to wear the wolf badge.
2 more boys, Sam and Nico, joined Den 7 on the next part of their journey. The requirements along the journey were much harder and more challenging. They worked hard to complete their 12 achievements, learning about God, country, family, and self. This year has
This part of the journey helps familiarize boys on the Boy Scout program and begins to teach them about what they need to know to earn their first rank they will receive when they cross over to the Boy Scouts. The Arrow Flight rank is the only patch that can be worn on the Boy Scout uniform. I would like now to turn the program over to the Order of Light, the Order of Arrow, which is the National Honor Society of Boy Scouts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Cub Scouts. The Order of the Arrow, as mentioned to you, is Scouting's National Honor Camping Society of the Boy Scouts of America. Each member is elected by the Scouts from their troop. They're elected to recognize a Scout's willingness to provide service not only to his troop, but to his council and to his community. The Osborne Chapter Ceremonies team is providing their service to you this evening in order to recognize your Weeblos and their accomplishments.
Cub Scouts, leaders, parents, and guests, my brother and I bring you greetings and salutations. We come before you tonight to fulfill a prophecy spoken in the legends of our tribe. The words of prophecy say that each year, young braves will be found who have met the challenges of Caleb and are ready to become warriors. My brother and I have watched your pack and found such braves among you. We have come to present them the Cub Scouts' highest honor, the Arrow of Light. These 7 candles represent the rays of the Arrow of Light. As they are lighted, you will hear how they stand for the 7 great virtues of life. The first virtue is wisdom.
Wisdom. It does not necessarily mean superior knowledge. It means putting the right use to the knowledge that one possesses.
The second virtue is courage.
Courage is not the quality that enables men to meet danger without fear, but rather it is being able to meet danger in spite of one's fears.
Third virtue is self-control.
Self-control isn't limited to the control of one's own temper, but control of oneself in all things, eating, playing, and even working and talking.
The fourth virtue is justice.
Justice. Justice is the practice of dealing fairly with others, without prejudice or regard to race, color, or creed.
Fifth virtue is faith.
Faith. It's that conviction that something unproved by physical evidence is indeed true. One 8-year-old Cub Scout was said that faith was when you turned on the light switch, you just knew that the light would come on.
Sixth virtue is hope.
Hope means to expect with confidence. Always hope for better things to come. A man without hope is of little good to himself or to his community.
The seventh virtue is love.
There are many kinds of love. Love of family, love of home, love of fellow man, love of God, and love of country. All these loves are necessary for a full life.
You will find that if you live by the 7 great virtues, you will become a happy man, and a happy man is a successful man. My brother, seek out those that are worthy of this award and bring them before our council. Shall be done, Caleb. Please listen to the story of the arrow.
Once, long ago, when all the animals of the earth were equal, there was great unrest. The animals began to quarrel among themselves. The bear quarreled with the eagle. The buffalo argued with the Indian. Finally, the wise old grandmother called the animals to her teepee, and she spoke to them, saying,
"You've argued among yourselves about many things. Now I will ask you one question, and you will have 1 year to think about your answer, and I will reward each of you according to the merit of your answer."
The animals became all excited because they each thought it would be easy to answer any question in a year's time. And besides, the old grandmother was not only wise, but she was also generous with her rewards. Was it not the old grandmother that had given grass to the fields and fruit to the trees? "What is the question, grandmother?" they asked.
You must answer me this. What is your most important duty?
And with that, they all left. The eagle flew to the high mountain to think about the question. The bear, well, he returned to the deep forest, and the buffalo returned to the grassy plains. The Indian, meanwhile, returned to his campfire, and they all began to think about their answer. 13 moons later, gentlemen, they returned to the old grandmother's teepee. The grandmother spoke first to the eagle,
Eagle, what is your most important duty?
to which the eagle replied, "My most important duty is to fly higher than anybody else."
For that answer, I will give you feathers, which will help you fly higher than anyone else.
And the eagle was very pleased with his gift. Next, the grandmother spoke to the buffalo,
Buffalo, what is your most important duty?
and the buffalo replied, "My most important duty is to run faster and further than anybody else."
For that answer, I will give you thick hooves that will allow you to run further than anyone else.
The buffalo was very pleased with his gift. Then the bear replied, "Roar! My most important duty is to be stronger than anybody else." Roar!
For that answer, I will give you sharp claws that will make you the strongest animal in the forest.
Roar! The bear was very pleased with his gift. Finally, the Indian arose and said, "Grandmother, my most important duty is to help others."
For that answer, I will give you this stick.
When he saw the stick, the Indian was disappointed because, gentlemen, he had thought long and hard about his most important duty. He said, "Grandmother, why did you give me this stick? Did my answer displease you?"
Oh no, your answer pleased me greatly. All the others felt their most important duty was to themselves, and they were rewarded accordingly. but you have learned that your most important duty is to help others, and you have been rewarded.
But Grandma, what can I do with this stick?
This is more than a stick. This is an arrow. And with an arrow, you can shoot the strongest bear, the fastest buffalo, or the eagle, no matter how high he soars. For he who serves others is the strongest of all.
And then the Indian knew that this indeed was the greatest gift of all, and he was pleased.
It is our duty and privilege to now present each of those before us with their arrows, that they may continue to help others. Parents, as I call your son's name, please come and stand behind your child. Soren, Matthew, Jonathan, Patrick, Zachary, Nico, Jack, and Sam.
Boys, please turn and face your parents. Parents, arrow might be pinned on their left breast pocket over their heart. When you're done, boys, turn around and take your gun. One last photo op. And parents, please take your seats. Boys, you stay there.
The Arrow Light is the only Cub Scout award that can be worn on the Boy Scout uniform. It serves as a link between the two programs and points the way to the new adventures we'll have in Boy Scouting. You have found that you are crossing many paths waiting for your set course, but your parents walked by your side and your den chief held your hand. As they led you along the correct path of scouting, you learned how to choose the right path among all the wrong trails. Remember always that your parents will continue to help you in your scouting career, and with you go your hopes and dreams, and always your parents.
Now that you have completed Cub Scouts, you're at the base of a great mountain, and you see before you just the beginning of the path of the Scouting Trail. Soon you will cross the bridge into the wider world of Boy Scouting.
I wish you well as you begin this journey. Look for us along the path that you will take, for we also seek the eagle. You have worked hard at this point, but we're about to become Boy Scouts.
Remember that Scout is trustworthy, loyal, and helpful.
Remember that a Scout is friendly, courteous, and kind.
Remember that Scout is obedient, cheerful, thrifty.
Remember that a Scout is brave, clean, and reverent.
now call upon the Great Spirit for his blessing on these young men. May these scouts always strive to attain the noblest and the highest ideals in life. Be their strength and guide them to follow a straight trail and to never be a reason for other scouts to waver from the path. Protect them for many moons to come. And may the great master of all scouts be with us until we meet again. Thank you.
All right, so before we reach the highlight of tonight's ceremony, I have some final awards for the Robot Ninjas before they leave us. The majority of these awards have already been given to the boys, but to add to their shadow boxes, they're displayed in the room next door where we will have our after ceremony events. Please take a look at them. There are some very special awards, and if the Robot Ninjas could join us up here. The National Capital Area Council has a special program called the Scouting Challenge. There are 4 parts to this award. They're I'm connected, I'm fit, I'm eco-friendly, and I'm prepared. Tonight, 5 of the boys, 6 of the boys have completed. Soren, Matthew, Jonathan, Patrick, and Zachary have completed all 4 sections and have earned the NCAC Scouting Challenge medal. And Nico. Also, there are 20 Weeblo activity pins, but you're only required to earn 8 of them to get Weeblos and Arrow Light rank. We have 3 boys who worked very hard these past 2 months to become super achievers and who have earned all of their Weeblo activity pins. Nico, Sam, and Matthew. While there is no award for this, we did want to mention that one of our boys has decided that he wanted to earn all 53 doublets. Zachary has earned all 53 and also earned 38 pins that coordinate to his belt list. And Cub Scouting is a family activity. A darn good one at that. And the Boy Scouts of America has a special program that families can work on together. Fun in the family. If you don't know about it, yes. This past year, Zachary and Nicholas Smosh and their parents worked together to complete all 5 parts of the award. Nicholas, you already knew him up. And join your brother to accept your pins. Tonight, these 8 Cub Scouts will embark on a new scouting adventure. Will their parents please come join your scout? Yes. Robot Ninjas, now that you are leaving our pack, Cub Scouting, please remove all of your remaining Cub Scout colors, neckerchiefs, slides, and shoulder loops, hats, and hand them to your parents. Your new troop will soon present you with a token of your status as new Boy Scouts. Good. Good. All right. Soren, Oliver. You and your father will come forward. Soren will be going to Troop 1367. Sam Shelkin. Sam will be joining Troop 1367 as well. Jonathan Coleman will be joining Troop 964. Robertson. Jack will be joining Troop 317. Matthew Clark. Matthew will be joining Troop 1396.
While they're putting the shoulder loops on Matthew, I would just say that we have a tradition in Troop 1396 where you see in front of you a wooden stump. We have a hatchet, and we ask the Weiglo to bury the hatchet, signifying cutting of the ties to Cub Scouting as the scout now enters the world of Boy Scout. Good work. All right.
Patrick Goodman. Patrick will be joining Troop 1396. Zachary College. He will be joining Troop 1396. Nico Morgan. He will also be joining 1396. Congratulations to all of our new Boy Scouts and their families. Please all rise and salute the new Boy Scouts as they leave us and begin their new journey in scouting.